Hello everyone, I am Divya Paledra and today's last paper and my presentation topic is climate fiction through cultural studies, how contemporary environmental narratives reflect and shape cultural anxiety. So let's begin. Here is my academic information. This is table of content which we will discuss in detail. And here my research question is how does climate fiction function as a cultural text that both mirrors contemporary eco-anxiety and actively shapes collective environmental consciousness through narrative strategy? And my hypothesis is climate fiction acts as a bidirectional cultural forces that reflects collective anxieties about environmental collapses and systematic failures, shapes the reader's understanding of climate change through emotional and imaginative engagement, and construct new forms of environmental citizenship by fostering empathy and a sense of a shared responsibility. Here introduction defining fiction. So what is climate fiction? Climate fiction is a literature that deals with climate change and global warming, generally speculative in nature but informed by climate science. Works of climate fiction may take place in the world as we know it in the near future, or in fictional worlds experiencing climate change. Key characteristic like a genre hybridity rooted in science fiction, but also draws on realism and the supernatural. And then temporal range, near future to distant post apocalyptic settings. Then scientific grounding based on actual science projection. And last one is a cultural purposes, makes abstract climate data emotionally accessibility and historical context. Like this term is a coin in 2008 by journalist Dan Bloom. Genre gained prominence in 2018 century amid inflation climate crisis, now recognized with dedicated prize and academic programs. Here, learning to live with the ghost, climate crisis, and the challenge of education. The climate crisis demands more than a technical solution. It requires a deep cultural and educational transformation. Living with ghosts symbolizing the ongoing presence of past environmental lessons, past environmental losses, and looming future threats. Education must go beyond factual knowledge to include emotional, ethical, and imaginative engagement with climate issues. Schools and universities should foster resilience, relational understanding, and a sense of responsibility in learners. And last one, addressing ecological grief and uncertainty is essential for meaningful and climate education in the Anthropocene era. And here theocratical framework, new historicism applied to climate fiction. Core principle is text and context are mutually constitutive. Literature both reflect and produce historical moment. Application to clarify like a circulating energies. The climate fiction doesn't just refers 2020's eco anxiety. It actively produces and circulate it through reading communities. Anecdote as method, small narrative moments. Example: water scarcity, sense heat waves reveal larger cultural episteme about resource politics. Then power and subversion, examine how cli-fi both challenges dominant ideologies and sometimes reinscribe them. And historical document today's cli-fi become tomorrow's historical evidence of how we understood climate crisis. Then here theoretical lens to cultural materialism applied to cli-fi. Core principle is literature emerges from material condition and economic relation, examine base. So superstructure relationship. Application to cli-fi is a material condition. Climate crisis rooted in a capitalism, resource extraction, unequal exchanges. How does cli-fi represent these? Then production and distribution. Who write cli-fi, who publishes, who reads, and this all reveals the environmental privilege, ideology, and hegemony. Does the cli-fi naturalize capitalist solution, like a carbon market, a green technology, or imagine radical alternatives? Then here eco anxiety as the cultural phenomenon. Understanding eco anxiety, the chronic fear of environmental doom and the distress caused by climate change, where people are becoming anxious about their future. Key features like future orientation and uncertainty, fear and perceived the threat to existence, collective trauma experience. Then this priority of affects young people and marginalized communities. Statistical reality, like a climate anxiety had a significant inverse association with mental well-being in 31st out of 32 centuries studies, country studies. Cultural studies insight, eco anxiety is not individual pathology but collective cultural response to systematic crisis. Clarify process this collective trauma narratively. Here, clarify as a cultural response, how literature process collective climate trauma. First one is affective reads, scientific discourse provides data, clarify provides emotions and feeling. Then translate abstract statistic into embodied human experience. Fictions are an important way of communicating climate science to non-specialist audience. Then narrative frameworks gives shape and meaning to overwhelming phenomena. Provide temporal structure, like a beginning, middle, and end to ongoing crisis, creates a possibility for agency and action. Then dystopia as warning, mostly set in the future and focused on dystopian societies dealing with the consequences of climate change. And cautionary tales means to prevent predicted futures. Here, I take an example of Octavia Butler's parable of the sower. Persistent vision of climate future. This groundbreaking 19 third novel begin in 2024, based by climate disasters, intense violence, and brutal economic inequality. Cultural studies analysis, like intersectionality, black female protagonist Lure Olamina experiences climate through lens of racial capitalism, multiple operations, compound environmental vulnerability, and hypermethy as the metaphor. Lurin ability to feel others' pain and climate sensitivity. Then communicating building. Then here, communicating build alternative kinship structures in crisis. Then then second example is Amitav Ghosh works and Indian climate, the Great Derangement 2060 and Gun Island 2019 post-colonial climate discourse, like colonial legacy, then mythology and science, cultural displacement, and then here, the third example of contemporary trends of the climate fiction prize is 2024 to 26. The climate fiction prizes celebrate the most inspiring novels tackling the climate crisis through great stories. It will support a society to fully grasp the climate change threat and to embrace its solution. Prize launches in 2025 with £10,000 award, singles genre institutionalization and cultural legitimacy. And here 2025's winner was Abby Dare for her work, and so I wrote selected from a short list of 5 novels. And then here, power dynamic in Cli-Fi, a critical question: who speaks and who is silent? So dominant voices and marginalized voices. And here, cultural studies analysis, the reproduction of inequality. Those most affected by climate change often lack access to literary culture, and analyzing their plight. And publishing industry gatekeeping determines whose futures are imaginable and why this mattered. So contemporary relevance, like for environmental discourse, for literary studies, and for future imaginations. It's not enough for audience to know about climate change. They need to see themselves in the story. Narrative provides the imaginative space for alternative futures. Then for social justice, and for students, like as future educators, writers, activists, and also citizens, understanding how culture processes crisis equips you to intervene more thoughtfully in ongoing climate observation. And here, conclusion, climate fiction reflect public eco anxiety by turning science into emotional stories, making the crisis real. It is a crucial cultural tool for processing collective trauma and imagining new futures. Critically, it also reflects and challenges the existing power dynamics of whose voice are heard. And this is my learning outcome. And these are my references. And thank you. Do you have any questions? Then feel free to ask.
So Divya, my question is that does the climate fiction just make a people feel anxious, or does it genuinely lead them to take necessary action and fight for justice?
Often it causes eco anxiety is not as like is not as like or environmental, and also it about the radical requires adaptation or adaptation and more about beyond the necessary of the future and all.
Divya, my question is, does using European theory like new historicism fully capture indigenous climate knowledge?
So no, this Western framework this Western framework might miss the traditional ecological knowledge and ecological knowledge, and also about the growth and all about the culture of the South and crisis in the era. So this was from my side. Thank you.